Guys, there's some amazing SBCs out at the moment, and I'm going to be telling you guys who I recommend getting into your team to get the most wins during Team of the Season. If you're tired of coming up against teams like this, you can get some foot coins through MMO EXP using the link down below. You can also use code JambooUK for 5% off. So we're going to be doing the standard, guys, reviewing the SBCs that are currently out. There's one in particular that I think is absolutely insane and a must complete if you can fit him in. But do me a favour, leave a like on the video. Let's try and go for 200 on this video. Remember to subscribe if you haven't already, and let's get into the video. Alright, so starting off with some of the older ones, we do have Marquisio still here, and I've actually been asked about him quite a lot in the stream. This is a good card, man. Nothing too, crazy, but just very solid all round. I think if you're in need of a midfielder, he can definitely do a very good job. So he is one to keep an eye on. We've got Bonucci here. I'm a big fan. I like a centre-back like this, a ball-playing centre-back, but also like a traditional defender in real life. Like Bonucci's the sort of defender that I personally like. He's got the 4-star weak foot, 6'3". He's insane in the air, insane defensively. He's quick. He's definitely one that's worth taking a look at for sure. We've got this guy who I see all the time in Foot Champions. Absolutely all the time. It is Foot Birthday Thankyou, and he's probably up there for the most, I get asked about any particular card, whether he's worth completing, that sort of thing. The short answer is yes, because he's an incredible card that can last you, probably till the end of the game cycle. Like, he's crazy. He's versatile as well. You can play him in centre mid. You can play him as a wing back if you can fit him there. Striker. Like, there's nothing this card can't do. He just plays incredibly well. The one thing I would say is with these Team of the Season cards coming out now, it's probably worth holding off. You've still got another 29 days. Probably just calm it. Wait, see what happens. See if anything else comes out, and then leave it there. We've then got Kante, who is ridiculously overpriced, but this card is honestly outrageous. Like, I've used him, played against him, and he is crazy. Honestly, absolutely crazy. He's everywhere. He's great on the ball. His passing is just magic with that 5-star weak foot as well. He is definitely one where I would hold off on it for now. And it's probably just not worth it. Not because he's not an incredible card, but just due to the fact, you've got cards like Team of the Season Thuram and players like that coming out that are just so much better value that Kante, unfortunately, is probably worth just not completing. We've then got Algebert, especially with TOTS here. Like, just stay away from this. I mean, it's nice, cheap, and cheerful, but he's just outdated at this point. Same goes with Saka, really. He is good, if you want to use him as like a left wing back in the new 5-back meta. Not a bad card, but there's definitely going to be better options that do come out. We then have Guerrero, a little bit of an underrated one in my opinion. Super cheap, obviously, because he's nothing incredible, but he holds some good value. He's super good on the ball. His passing's great. He's clinical. Defending's good. He's just not got the sprint speed, and he's got terrible physicals, which obviously keep the price of this card down a lot. But honestly, as a wing-back, I think he would do a good job, if you guys are on a much smaller budget. Who do we have up next? We then have this card, and I see him a lot, as a super sub, because he's quite cheap. I mean, he only has 3-star, which is really sad, but trust me, this guy's actually worth completing. If you sub this guy on late in a game, out wide, he is one of the quickest, most physical, clinical players you are going to see. Genuinely amazing card, 99 jumping, insane strength aggression, great on the ball. He doesn't need that chemistry style. This card is just built to be a super sub. So I definitely recommend taking a look at him. Genuinely, really, really, really good card. We've then got Luke de Jong, who I've been asked about a lot. This is not really my sort of striker, but for some people, this guy would be an absolute beast, especially due to the fact that there is a lot of good Team of the Season Dutch League cards available now. He's 6'2". If he had the 5-star skills instead, I think I'd be all over this. But obviously not having them does limit the card if you are looking to play the meta way. But he's good, He's 6'2", 5-star weak foot. Super quick, super clinical, you know, with the amazing shot power as well. Just a little bit clunky on the ball. Like, you probably want to run an engine on this card. I think that fixes, you know, quite a lot of his issues. But he's just one of those sort of like target men strikers that does actually have pace. He'll be very clinical on either foot, insane in the air, very strong. Not a bad card at all, you know, is not the worst value either. I just think, you know, personally, I'd rather just use like Gold Mbappe. I know that's super boring, but it's the truth. Does have the power header. He'll be a good card, you know. So if you like the Dutch League cards and you need a striker, definitely not a bad shout. We've then got Gerard Deulofeu. Why they didn't give him at least 1 5-star, I will actually never know. It's a little bit confusing, EA, but this is super sub material, you know, to be honest with you. He's got super good pace, he's clinical, he's good on the ball. Great strength as well, actually. For someone that's, you know, under 6 foot and more of a dribbler sort of player, that strength and aggression's really nice. Does he have the traits? He has the outside of the foot shot as well. So if you can sub him on as like a right mid, even like a right wing back, something like that, you're going to get opportunities for the Travellas. He's super quick, so he's built to be a substitute, in my opinion. And he is a pretty decent one at that. And then we come to the main man. It is Araujo, he has been a staple in people's teams from day one. Remember just how good even his gold card was. It was absolutely outrageous. He is quite expensive, but he's worth it, man. He is one of the very best centre-backs in this whole game. He is 6'4", with 96 sprint speed, decent agility balance. You know, 97 jumping at 6'4" is no joke. Like, this guy is not losing a header in the air. He's got a 4-star weak foot, great short passing, okay long. Not that the long matters too much. He's just a all-round elite ball-playing centre-back. Those reactions and composure are insane as well. Good stamina for a centre-back. The strength and aggression is elite. The defending stats are elite. There is just seriously nothing that this guy doesn't have. And listen, if I match up against this card, you are starting to panic, because it's just one of the elite centre-backs in the whole game. The only issue with it is obviously, you know, can you link this guy into your team? And we do have the Spanish League team of the season coming up, but he does expire in 3 days. I think EA have planned that one. They don't want you to be able to wait and see what you can link him in with. But there is some good cards in that league already, and I would recommend getting this one done if you've got the money, because you're just not going to get many better centre-backs in the whole game anyway. Like, this guy is outrageous. But guys, I really appreciate you guys watching the video. If you do enjoy it, a like is appreciated. Do not forget to subscribe for daily content, streams. It is all going off over Team of the Season. I promise you guys that. Love having you watching me. I appreciate the support. If you do want me to play your Foot Champs games, the link's in the description. But I'll catch you on the next one, and peace.